How'd you motherfuckers do? It's a little drafty in here, isn't it? Why is it so chilly? I don't like that kind of shit. It's not gonna throw me off my rocker. It's not gonna take me off my kilter. But still, I don't like that. But how is y'all? How are y'all enjoying y'all's day? Happy Black History Month, goddammit. Yes, Lord. Yes. Happy Black History Month to Jay-Z. We want to reiterate on Jay-Z. I seen Kid Rock talking shit. He called Jay-Z a DEI hire for the NFL. Hove. How many Grammys does Kid Rock bitch ass have? Not a one. I don't know if the motherfucker ever won an award. I don't know if he ever went gold. I don't know not one song of his. I'm talking about an old song, not that cowboy baby. I'm talking about an old song. That's not on the radio right now. Name one. Hove got 25 Grammys. His wife got 35 Grammys. His baby has a Grammy. You don't even have more Grammys than his child. Stop fucking talking. You sound stupid, pedophile. Make a song talking about loving on some 14-year-old. That's what they like. Who does that? I tell you who does that, the Rolling Stone. Strange Stray Cat. Oh yeah. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's always been some sick shit. It's not just because of Epstein right now. You gonna open your mouth about Hove? Nuh-uh. Not Jay-Z. Shit. You better keep running your mouth about Diddy and how he like meat. Okay. Do that all day. You leave Jay-Z ass alone. Fuck is wrong with you? Mad because he decided to show another side of culture in which we have in America, you know? That's fucked up. Mad at Hove. He got $1 billion. How much money you got? They couldn't find nobody else. They paid Kid Rock $10 in an 8-ball to come down there to Turning Point USA and put on the goddamn halftime show. You got the nerve to run your motherfucking mouth about Jay-Z with a black baby mama and a black son and a black granddaughter. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. He was Uncle Cracker. He was. Now he ain't shit to me. I always liked it because he always gave props to hip-hop. You know, always. Grandmaster Flash and Run DMC. He's dressed like Run DMC. He got like how they wore the black pants and the black hat. He got on the red hat and the red pants and the shell-toe Adidas with the red. You know, all for now too. This is who you show who you are. No, you're not my fucking Uncle Cracker. You're not. You're just a cracker. You're fucked up with me. I don't like that shit. Mad because what? What you mad at Jay-Z for? Like Gene Simmons. I fuck with kids. You know, I'm not from the ghetto. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're from New York. You're from New York. From Manhattan. What are you talking about? You're from old Manhattan. What are you talking about? You lived around black people. Fucking asshole. It's just a way to be racist. You are from the fucking ghetto. You're from the same goddamn streets I'm from. Bitch ass. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Used to damn suck the blood from the puppies so that he could spit it out. That's why the rednecks was chasing them back in the day. Like, where y'all keeping them puppies? Like, what puppies? What are you talking about? We heard that damn demon was here sucking on puppies so that he can go on stage and spit out blood. That's in the documentary for real. They was chasing him out of town and everything. Kiss. That's why we don't know but damn 2 records that they made. Name a third Kiss record. Name 4. You can name I Was Made for Loving You. Okay. You can name Get Up, Get Down. I Wanna Rock All Night Long. Name another one. You can't. Gene Simmons doesn't have a fucking Grammy. Fuck out of here, boy. What about Iron Maiden? What about Paul Diano? Fuck out of here. Where's his flowers? He don't get none. Just that Dickinson fella with the goddamn Nicki Minaj wig. Fuck out of here. No. He said that shit like they was Judas Priest. Now that's moving the culture. Judas Priest moved the fucking culture when they did. All them gauntlets and shit, all that leather, it all came from Rob Halford being homosexual. Let's not forget that. Got that shit from Mr. S. Leather in Soho, London. Just looking for some obscure shit to put on. Found a doorway. Bought these things, put it on. Now it's punk rock gear, you know. No, that is him going to an SNS shop where they sell sex toys and stuff and buying the accessories and putting it on his band. That's where that came from. That's still culture. You know, I like them better. I don't fuck with Iron Maiden like that. Shit's whack. Shut the fuck up. I can't name not one song. You got a goddamn case, you say something about Judas Priest. So Iron Maiden. Fuck Iron Maiden. What are you talking about? Jay-Z, nigga. Watch him out. Shit. All he does is push the culture forward. Since I was born. He been here since I was born. Since I was born, all Jay-Z has done is push the culture forward. Anytime somebody push the culture forward and it's a black man, you try to pull him down. I don't like that shit. It's very much so unfair. You know, and we ain't trying to pull nobody down. We only try to pull motherfuckers up. You know how happy I was when Benny Blanco stood his ass on top of that bodega. And he said, South Bronx, hey. South Bronx, hey, nigga, what you talking about? My motherfucking chest puffed out. Buddy, with your motherfucking ass, boy. What you talking about? I'm from the town, nigga. From the city, you know, the melting pot. You know, that's where I'm from. Coquito in them, nigga. What you talking about? That shit made me happy. Seeing that shit across the motherfucking 50-yard line. All that love and shit. That's what y'all mad at? Y'all mad at love? Come on now. Fuck out of here. What Jay-Z ever do to anybody? What hip-hop ever do to anybody? He mad because there's rappers in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Motherfucker, who created rock and roll? Who? If it wasn't Little Richard, if it wasn't goddamn Mama Thorpe in there, who the fuck created it? Ruth Brown? Who the fuck created it? It's black people. Try to take ownership of it. Fuck out of here. Led Zeppelin is the best ball y'all got. And you know who they give when they tip their hat? You know who they tip their hat to? I emulated my voice like Winona Harris so I can get that. That's what he said. So you learn how to sing from a fucking black lady. Watch your mouth. Alright? Get the fuck out of here. What is that? Who is that? That's in every song. Who is that? That's Chuck Berry. That's Chuck Berry Coopers. That's what they call it. You got the nerve to talk shit about hip-hop being in rock and roll. Like Run DMC didn't take Steven Tyler from the fucking gutter and put him back into prominence to make more music and shit. What are you talking about? Hip-hop and rock and roll is one and the same. Just like jazz, just like R&B. It's black shit. Fuck out of here. Get on my goddamn nerves, man. All that stupid ass racist bullshit. For what? Because you're fucking lame, that's why. You're fucking lame. And I can talk that shit. I'm not racist. This shirt says Metallica. These are white. Speaking of Metallica, all the Epstein stuff coming out. I want to sing y'all something. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And never mind the noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Exit life, then enter night. Something said, off to Never Neverland, right? With Peter Pan in them, right? Yeah. Hey, remember the music video for Enter Sandman? And how they had the little boy in the bed with all the snakes on his face and shit? That's not crazy to you? But Ricky Rackman was the VJ, the video jockey for Monsters Ball, right? He asked James. James is the tall, red motherfucker in Metallica. He sings and he plays the guitar. He said, James, how you get this little kid to be so comfortable with the snakes on his face? You know? James said, oh, I think he's used to it. He's pretty used to it. Look at the guy. I don't know these motherfuckers. How I know his voice? How I know his laugh? Laughing about the shit. And Ricky said something, and then they got shook. It was one of them Castle Donatons. It's not the one that you're gonna see. There's one that you're gonna see. Matter of fact, it's the same show, but stuff was taken out in this one. Like, the one that you're gonna see, the one that's gonna be up there is gonna be just the stage and stuff. No Monsters Ball. Monsters Ball doing it, and then it's just the show. It's Monsters Ball featuring the show, and the other one is just the show. That's the one you're gonna see, just the show. You gotta keep looking for it. Hearing these people talk is very important, because you get to see who they are, you know. And we know that they talk double, and stuff going forward means stuff going backwards, you know. You get an idea into the mind of the culture, you know. That whole Malak, sacrifice kids, that kind of shit, you know. That's Gene Simmons' personality. That's Gene Simmons' persona, the devil, you know, the demon of the group, with the long, not real tongue and shit, you know, spitting up the blood, barking and growling. You got one superstar, you know, Paul Stanley, the superstar. You got the damn hamster, and you got Ace. Ace is the old guy. He was older. He passed away. Then you got the goddamn demon. Nowadays, talking about, oh, you know, yeah, hip-hop, not music. Get the fuck out of here. For the past 40 years, where have you been? Where has rock and roll been? For the past 30, 40 years, where has rock and roll been? Trying to sound like hip-hop. Shut your fucking mouth. To the point where country music trying to sound like hip-hop. Morgan Wallen has 808s in every fucking song. That's not country. That's why he had to make, like, when he first came out, the first thing he made, it was on the R&B chart. Morgan Wallen was on the R&B chart. It was an R&B song. And motherfuckers was like, oh, you know, we got one. Okay, white boy. And he had to quickly, very quickly, he had to make sure he had made that distinction. Hey. You know, I do not fuck with these people. I'm straight country. He's right or wrong, that didn't happen. When he first came out, that first song, I don't remember it, but it was on the R&B chart. And he had to quickly say, hey, this is not me. And now he's at the top of the mountain when it comes to country music. Am I lying or not? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Switched up, you know? He switched up. But it's just funny how that happens, you know? But it doesn't work for a lot of other cats, you know? It doesn't work for a lot of other cats. Because they can't really do the kind of music that they want to reach that mass, you know? And still we ride 13 minutes in, 116, 117 calories. Got about 50-something minutes left, you know, 40-something minutes. We ballin'. I think this is the office. I see Jim and Dwight. Dwight, man, hey. I saw some tweets from Dwight. His name is Rain. His real name is Rain. But I saw some tweets from Dwight from back in the day. And what they do is they put certain stuff in your face. And if you don't, like if there's no outrage about it, they know they got us. Rain Wilson. I see it on the TV right now. His name's Rain Wilson. But he had tweets from like when the show was on TV, talking about eating kids and sucking their blood out, all kind of stuff like that. Motherfucker just laughed it off, made memes out of it and shit, you know? Like that's regular, like that's normal. And that's why Epstein and them was able to do what they've been doing for so long. That's why they're able to redact them files. That's why that lady was able to plead the fifth today. And that's why the other lady was in there defending Trump so damn hard with all the evidence pointing against, because y'all don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna do shit about it anyway. You don't care. You're gonna make a meme and go to work tomorrow. France right now are revolting. France been revolting for like 2 years now. All the other countries and all the other continents are going crazy. There's people protesting ICE. There's other countries protesting ICE. Think about that. We don't even know. Like, we're not abreast to what's happening continentally, intercontinentally. We don't know. They're going crazy for us. They are protesting because of Epstein. Like, the British cats who's getting caught up in the Epstein files and all that, they getting in trouble, you know. They're losing jobs and stuff like that. They're having to pay restitution to certain groups and shit like that. But they also, what gave it validity to me, all the files, they apologized. That's admission to guilt right there. You tell a motherfucker sorry, say somebody got shot, right? They don't know who shot him. You say sorry. You can take that shit to the police, you gone. Admission to guilt right there. The guys in British who's getting caught inside the files are apologizing to the victims. Why would they do that unless they ain't do nothing? We ain't finna do nothing about it. We're gonna lose our minds to ourselves, but they're still gonna keep on doing what they do. It's tradition. This is bigger than damn Jeffrey Epstein. It's bigger than anything you've ever known. And to think about it, if they give you that, then what's on the back end, 2 times, 3 times. Like, I seen something talking about how inside the files, he talking about how he wanted to make sure everybody got a piece of his DNA through mRNA, you know? He wanted somehow to use mRNA to put himself in your mRNA, you know? What happened in the country and you were given something and it changed your mRNA? Look it up. Everybody who got that damn shot got a little piece of Jeffrey Epstein in your ass. Wanna know why? Because it's in the files for that to happen. It's in the files that happened. Yeah. That's his. The motherfucker running the world, man. He runs everybody money. He can shut your money off. He can turn your money on. He can blackmail you. He can cook your children and make jerky. And yes, it's crazy. The reach. Like, I remember working at Walmart. Because, you know, I say Walmart because there's the mattress stores in South Carolina. It's never open. Stock full of mattresses. Everybody get their mattresses from Walmart. All right, Walmart got the bulletin board. All the fucking kids with the price tag on it. You don't know if they're legal or not legal, local. You don't know if they're local or not. Walmart was running that shit off. They caught McDonald's. Somebody got caught in the McDonald's truck. A girl went on an interview for a job, right? They asked her if she was an organizer, asked her crazy questions. She told her mother, said this place is shady. Went to the bathroom, never came out. They caught the truck in Oklahoma. They opened the truck, the girl was on the truck frozen, disoriented. You know, she's alive. She could tell her story. But that's crazy that we just allowing this shit to happen. This shit happening right in our face, right under our noses. And nobody gives a fuck. Motherfuckers going missing left and right. But Walmart, when I was working there, there was this girl, Jamaica blue eyes, you know, think of Jamaica beach water. Her eyes was that blue. White. First time I seen her, she was thick as hell. Didn't have all the cigarette burns on her and shit. Just a regular lady with her kids, you know? Every time I seen her after that, she was fucked up. Cigarette burns, getting skinnier and skinnier, always stealing something, living in the parking lot. She's parking right next to my car. They have a little red stupid car with a bunch of shit that they done stole in it, and it's her and a dude, and then they park right next to my car while I'm walking. So I'm smoking on my break. She in the goddamn passenger seat, sleeping hot in South Carolina heat with motherfucking bra and panties on and shit. They live there. I believe that's who the traffickers are. These motherfuckers hard on their time, looking for drugs, There's somebody who will pay you $5,000. You smoke your goddamn life up. And that's why next time you see her, she was skinny as hell, burns all over her arms, and smoke through that shit. Now they're not trying to steal stuff in the store. Now they're trying to steal churn. That's why they're there every day. That's why they live right back there. It's 4 of them. It's an older dude, an older lady, a younger guy, you know? I don't know if they're still over there because I'm not over there no more. But I'll always catch them stealing stuff. The dudes, I'm not letting you go. No. The girl would steal food and toiletries. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never see her take no kid. But when I first seen her, she had kids. And I remember ringing up stuff and she was making mistakes. And I had to keep going over this because she wasn't ringing up what she was supposed to be ringing up. And the camera catch you. I had to keep coming over there. I was like, yo, man, just put that shit in the bag. And she said, free shit? Put that shit in the bag. You know what I'm saying? Don't be inconspicuous. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no hard ass, you know. Just don't get caught. That's it, you know. Because she kept getting caught on the camera and I kept having to fix it. But I'll never forget her because she had them super blue eyes. And she was fine the first time I seen her with the 2 kids. Next time I seen her, she's damn near by herself, skinny as hell, burned the fuck up. And we know the bridge to nowhere was shut down. You can take a stream by the bridge to nowhere. And you go straight to Epstein Island via current. In between the Bermuda Triangle and Cuba and all that, you go straight. And you can't miss the island. And it's the perfect place to hit that bitch. It's in Charleston, South Carolina. It's the perfect place. If you talking about going from America to the island by water, you know, you can get to that motherfucker any way you want to, but by water, you know, I'm pretty sure if you own a structure over here, you have some kind of clearance to where you can just be like, yeah, this is coming in, that's coming out, you know. No need to look at it. Motherfucker bought like 300 gallons. I think it's called sulfuric acid. That's the shit that boil your bones, turn that motherfucker into nothing. What you need all that for on this stupid ass island? I'll tell you why. Get rid of the evidence. That's why we keep hearing explosions. They talking about, oh, it's earthquakes. No, these are explosions. They're gathering, getting rid of the evidence right in our face, you know. But they realize ain't nobody gonna do no digging, ain't nobody gonna care, because there's no real opposition to go against, you know. The way America is set up, you gotta have a clear person to go against. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You gotta have a clear person to go against. That's how these motherfuckers is, you know. They don't know who the fuck to point the finger at. They don't know who to go against. And that is why it's a problem, you know. That is why it's an issue. They don't know who to fight. They want to fight us. That's why they're like, yeah, black people, come outside. That's why they keep saying, come outside. You know, it's malicious. They need somebody to put the foot on the neck on, and they don't see us as human. So when something happens in our community, it's like, oh, figures, you know. When something happens over there, oh, the whole world got to go crazy, you know. But they don't know who to go crazy on, because the person who's inflicting the damage looks just like them. So it's like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Go to work. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows and lemon drops, like how the regular fucking is, you know. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Ted. Nothing fucking happened. Nothing changed. Nothing mattered. A whole paradigm was unveiled in front of you, and nobody gave a fuck. We went to work the next day, you know, and that's okay. I went to work the next day too. I went mad than a motherfucker, but I went, you know. The more I look at these things, the more I see the problems in the world. It's like, shit, there's a common denominator here, you know, and something needs to be looked at when it comes to that, you know, especially if the little group of niggas is gonna be looked at as the problem, and we not, you know. A motherfucker killing a motherfucker just cancel a motherfucker out, you know. It doesn't harm anyone but the motherfuckers who harm themselves, you know. Real generational trauma is betraying a child's trust. You understand me? That's generational trauma. Betraying a child's trust. A lady, when she's born with her grandchild. You know what I'm saying? She have her egg, and then the egg is a baby containing an egg, which is a baby that contains an egg, you know? I think that's how it works. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But I think that's how it works, you know? That's crazy. That's generational trauma. All for what? Tell me what for. Tell me why. I'll tell you why. Energy transfer. You take something pure, as close to God as possible. You fuck it over in the head. You drink its blood. And it's taking a new chemical composition. It's not blood, you know. It's like a drug. Keeps you young, makes you spry. It's the reason why Oprah went from damn, 65 and 85 to looking damn 45 in 2026. That makes no fucking sense. The adrenochrome. Like, look at how fast Ariana Grande is aging off that bitch. I tell you why, because she was using it too young. She didn't need it when she was using it. Now you need that motherfucker, and the well has run dry. You cannot do it anymore. You cannot. There's still some getting their supply. Oprah's obviously still getting her supply. It's because she put together a school, and everybody went missing from that motherfucker. They ain't find not one of the motherfuckers yet. All the motherfuckers in Hawaii, they had I think it was a storm happened in Hawaii. And it wasn't even like a storm happened. Like, tsunami didn't even come. It was just like outcry, craze, telling them all leave. The island's gonna be washed away. And nothing happened. But all their fucking kids got taken. And it's like, damn. And you got billionaires, like, yeah, donate money to this cause. What? You're a billionaire. Why are you looking for $2 million from the American people when you got $1 billion? Doesn't make any fucking sense. But I digress. 27 minutes into the motherfucker, and he rolling, baby. 27 minutes down, 33 minutes to go. Then we can do legs. We gotta do squats, leg press, leg extension, leg curl, abductors, our flamingo kicks, our deadlift, our calf raises. Then we get into our obliques. Obliques going up, obliques to the side, obliques going down, obliques heavy. Then we're gonna do our crunch variants. It's basically just different variations of crunches. Finish that off with the ab roller. And shit, we'll be home before the motherfucking rooster start crowing in the morning. It's gonna take some doing. And it wouldn't even take that long if I didn't have to do this motherfucker right here, but here we are. Getting it done, getting it in. Going forward. I seen a picture of Rihanna. Let me tell you, that is the Caribbean woman curse. Every Caribbean woman, that happens to them. Once that third baby come out, you look like your granny. I know it. I got a cousin who got a wife straight from the goddamn Caribbean. Finding the motherfucker. Had a baby, still fine. Had another one, still fine. She had that girl, shit, gone. She had 2 boys. Had that girl, gone. Nose spread, skin pigment different. Forehead is an 8 head. Already was a 5 head. Motherfucker's an 8 now. Cheeks, chin, jaw, blew the fuck up. Titties bigger, stomach pudgy. That's the Caribbean curse, After you had that third baby, it's a wrap. Now you are, Errol! Gotta get your money to go to the store. That's who you are now. Errol! That's real, Auntie. You're making your way to auntie-hood. Auntie-ship. That's real. Like what? Next time you see Rihanna, you can be like, oh, you're auntie now. There's nothing wrong with that. That is a natural part of life, and it's the most beautiful part, you know? It's the most rewarding part, you know? Especially somebody like Rihanna. You put in enough work to run the world in a lot of different areas, you know? Shit, find somebody that love you, raise your kids. You ain't gotta do a damn thing if you don't want to. But pick a new palette for the winter line. Pick a new palette for the summer line. Rihanna carved out a goddamn way into this world via the Epstein shit. Via the Epstein shit. She was one of them kids, trafficked, brought to America. And they heard her ask, hey, what the fuck is, who's singing? Who's singing like that? You know? Bring her ass on here. And take her to New York. Took her to New York to meet at Rockefeller Records, because of course David Rockefeller is the mentor of Jeffrey Epstein, also the mentor of Ho, you know. So you understand what I'm saying here. Epstein took Rihanna and gave her the Ho because they have the same mentor, you know. So it only makes sense. Yeah. We was gonna traffic this motherfucker, but she could sing, so brought her to you. Get her a contract, $2 million, do some songs with her. You know? Woo! Here we go though. 31 minutes in, 29 minutes left to go. That's a good thing. We on the downstroke now. There we go. I wasn't even sure. Well, I knew I was gonna come. I gotta finish strong, but I was very apprehensive. Okay, she looked cute here. Not him. It was Pam sitting in the chair. Not this Lord Farquaad looking motherfucker here. He looks stupid. Cut that shit off. I hate when people keep that little bit of shit on the side of their head. You look dumb. I don't know what happened to Pam. She left. Rainn Wilson, man, he's the diva. He's the devil, man. Rainn Wilson's the devil, man. He posted some tweets back in the day talking about eating babies and tasting them and how they yummy and delicious and shit. You know, a yummy is a code word for a little boy. Hence the song made by Justin Bieber, the Yummy Yummy song. And all the kids in the band, you know, kids at the table, and then on the plate they say yummy, and it's his little self with his little face, and that's just so terrible. You know, they put it right in front of us. You know, remember he made a song, what do you mean? All the shit on the wall. You know, slow that motherfucker down and read it again, okay? Now some of them references and sentences might make a little more sense nowadays, being that we got the files and Congress got the other half, and they unredacted, and they are fighting each other. They are trying to go outside with each other, and it's good versus evil at this point. Anybody who want to fight against the powers that be from doing the things that they're doing to the kids is on the good side. There's chairmen and board leaders and stuff who's really, it's not even about getting to the bottom of it. They see everything. They want something done, you know? Somebody has to go down. Somebody has to go to jail for it. The person that has to go is everybody. All the governors, all of the politicians, all of the city officials, all of the state troopers, all of the sheriffs, all the lieutenants, everybody who's in on it, you know? Anybody implicated, you gotta at least do house arrest. Shit, it's taking too long to get the justice that we deserve as the American people. And that is not how this society runs itself. It doesn't work that way. Hey, I love you so much, I love you so much. But that is not the way that this goes, you know? That is not the way that shit is supposed to be. It is not. We keep trying to get our goddamn justice and our damn just due, and they're ignoring us. You know, we go outside, we ride, we picket. We ain't doing no fighting, and that's the goddamn difference between winning some shit and, you know, just fluffing it up. We got to fight, you know. Some fighting has to happen. And we gotta join hands and fight. We gotta tag team the damn country. Otherwise, they're gonna keep tag teaming our ass, holding us down, and starving us out, you know. They can legally starve your ass out. Legally. We don't need that. We don't need that. We all need to come up. We only need to come up, you know. We only need to go forward. It's just so goddamn hard to get up when there's a million foots on your motherfucking neck, you know? And now that we see, and that's not just on our neck, it's on everybody's neck. Anybody of a certain tax bracket, you know? If you're not in a certain tax bracket, if you're not an elite, you are an ant too. You are an ant as well, you know? You are a rat in the maze, looking for the cheese. You're gonna be the rat, or you're gonna be the cheese. You don't wanna be either. You don't wanna be the maze. You don't wanna be in the maze. You wanna be the architect of it. You wanna be truly in control of what goes on in your universe without the, what do you call it, the interference from the other motherfuckers. That's why once the atomic bombs drop and we can truly disconnect from the motherfuckers who are terrible and doing all the abhorrence in the world, we need to not let them back. No kind of governing system, you know, govern yourself. We only need to make sure the bad can get punished for doing the bad. The good don't need to be rewarded. We are not communists. Everybody can pull their own bootstraps up and do these things. But first, black people need to rob the government, and then we can kick the government out because they have been robbing us. How dare you make me pay taxes? How dare you make me pay taxes, bro? How dare you make me pay taxes, bro? 400 years of free labor, you gonna tax me, motherfucker? Are you kidding me? How dare you tax me, bro? You know who's not taxed? The Native Americans. Look at the Grit channel, and you see exactly who the fucking Native Americans are today. Those are the same Native Americans that you see on the screen. Kidding out white boys painted red with black wigs. It's the same motherfuckers, man. $5. Look it up. Look it up. I ain't lying to you. I got pictures on my phone where they went to different reservations with the news, talking to the people, and it's Cherokee Nation, this, that. These motherfucking white people, man, getting government funds every goddamn week. Just like the town of Nyack, New York. 100% Jewish people, 100% white people. All of them, every single last one of them, EBT, Section 8, all that shit. They are the biggest demographic, using the goddamn welfare up and all of that. Living in big houses, going to their own grocery store, using America's tax funds to goddamn get whatever they have. And no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. Why? Because you fall into that number. You fall into that number as well. You gotta have a black person to go against. Get the fuck out of here. I can't get that shit. I can't get that shit. Ask a black man with no kids right now if he gets that shit. He doesn't. There's a guy named Lee who is wearing, he's a white guy, he's wearing a green reflective shirt, work jeans, dirty boots, the hat, brim, bent, coming to Dollar General. His name is Lee. He give me a fucking EBT call with Lee on it, boy. Construction worker or something. What? How? What? How? Yeah. Work at the grocery stores, and you see what the demographic is. Using up all the goddamn taxpayers' dollars for their shenanigans. The biggest group is the motherfuckers in Nyack, New York. I used to sell stuff door to door for a company called Quill. Went out there in Nyack, get out wall. 100% Jewish. Everybody got EBT. They was on the news. And a news excerpt. 100% of them. Food stamps and all that shit. 100%. How you like them apples? How you like that shit coming right out of your taxes? Coming out of my taxes. How dare you tax me, boy? How dare you tax me, dog? Exempt. No. Shit, if I'm not claiming no churn, I am exempt. As a black man of America, you can suck my dick. That's real. How dare you tax me, dog? 400 years of free labor. How dare you tax me, dog? That shit is insane to me. But that's alright. Because the change is on the horizon. The atomic bombs are going to drop. Things are going to change from there. And that's real. And all these lame ass motherfuckers have known about their business. That's real shit. Shit, you can't take the sun, you can't take that radiation. I'm gonna soak that motherfucker up, turn to Superman, bitch. That's just who I am, you know? It goes into your body, you know? The sun ain't shit but radiation. It goes into your body, make you a little darker, a little stronger. And they got damn heat. That's just what's gonna happen, baby. That's what needs to happen, you know? Supernova, you know? It's like a cleansing of the world, if you will, you know? Something that absolutely, positively, 100% needs to happen. But here we are. 41 minutes, 20 minutes, 19 minutes left to go. We can get into our legs. It's my favorite workout of the week's turning into. It's very elite. You'll feel that motherfucker until the next one. And that's when you know you had a good ass workout. When that motherfucker is just unrivaled, you know. You can stretch all you want. You're gonna feel it, motherfucker. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. But here we are, man. We're getting it in. And we're not stopping. I can't stop. I won't stop. Hey. You know. That's what you do. Sitting on the park bench standing. Y'all ever heard that song? It's a group called Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull made that song sitting on the park bench, looking at pretty pennies. Who's at the park? Who's at the park? Not no grown ass woman, but you can see the pennies. It's Jethro Tull, 1980 something. You know, this shit's been going on for a long time, man. These guys have been able to get away with murder, like Tony Katan and them. These is like groupies with names. They're like 13, 12 years old, running around Motley Crue, running around with Poison, you know, running around with these motherfuckers. They 30 years old, you know, fucking burritos and making them eat it and stuff. It's terrible. But look who's in the music video for the next 10 years. And it's almost like, oh, she's not Asian. And she was 12 in the goddamn shoe, you know. Makes me think about Calvin Klein, Brooke Shields and all that, you know. Back in the day, they had kids, man, and they got in trouble for child pornography, for his ads that he put out in the newspaper, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that he put in magazines. Got in trouble for it, because it was sexually suggestive, and then one of them was over 16, let alone 18, 21, you know. That's how they get down. That shit was always cool. Ain't nobody ever gave a fuck, you know. But thank God we got the internet. Because you can't hide behind certain shit anymore. Ignorance is no longer bliss because it's right in your face. You cannot run away from it. You cannot escape it, you know. You can't pretend like it's not a thing, you know. There's too many things going on in the world to act ignorant to it, you know. What are you gonna do about it? That is the question. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I like making motherfuckers aware, you know. I like working my ass off. I like getting it in, you know. That's what we're gonna do. Now, if I'm faced with the opportunity, well, the bridge of nowhere, Walmart, McDonald's, and the meats that they serve 20 times the amount of burgers than the cows that they would have on a goddamn McDonald's farm. Where you getting this meat from? What happened to all the homeless people? You know, what happened to them? Eating them. The burger sweaty as a bitch, ain't it? The burger tastes nasty. It's been through some things. That's divorced burger you're getting. That's a vet hospital burger, you know. This is just it is eating a trafficked child burger, you know. And it's a damn shame that that's what the world has been this whole time. But it's good that we know. The more we can expose, get people upset, maybe we can storm the Capitol for a reason this time. You know, something that makes sense. You know, for a legit reason. Tell me why they did it. It wasn't to get the child pornography out of the house. I'll tell you that. You know, he was implicated all this time. Grab her by the pussy and all that kind of stuff. He's been implicated, you know. They've been had wiretaps on this guy, you know. He was on a bus talking to somebody from the news, had his mic on the whole time. You know, they'll say it's ungentlemanlike. He still became president after that shit. It's crazy. There's women who voted for him. There's girls who voted for Trump. Grab her by the pussy. It's okay. Is that okay? It's not. As a man with sisters and shit, it's not. Like, that's not. I got sisters and cousins and all of that shit. You grab her by the pussy, she didn't want it, I'm gonna shoot you. You know? The white ladies thought it was okay for our president to be that kind of man. What does that say to the Nick Fuenteses, you know? Those kids saying, oh, your body, my choice. What does it say to those guys? Yeah. This is the fuck we're gonna have to live through for the next couple some odd years. Thanks to that 72%. You know, I blame them. They were supposed to show up and say, no, we're not gonna take it. Because we are the leaders of the feminist movement. And what he said was not very feminine. It wasn't nice, you know. It wasn't nice to grab her by the pussy. To be talking about his daughter in such a, I don't even want to say provocative, such a sick way. He was talking about his daughter, his baby girl, who he had to change her diapers and stuff, give her baths and shit. Talking about how she's so sexy. That's our president. When women voted for him, a lot of them. That's so goddamn sad, you know. They don't give a fuck about their daughters, their granddaughters. They give a fuck about that president. Like that guy. There's a guy who killed his daughter. He shot her. I think he shot her with a rifle. What? Your daughter? Why? Because they were arguing about Trump and Epstein. He got so mad at his daughter, you know, the love of his life, the one that he bred and built and put into this world to be the perfect little human being that he created her to be. He killed her for the president. He is a sickness into the mind of sickness. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you have to be sick to align yourself with such a sick individual for the innocent. You have to be insane to have voted for this guy, you know? And that's why a lot of people was mad with the Hispanics. Because I will vote for Donald Trump was the stupidest damn thing I ever witnessed. Because the first time around, it was a chant. Say it with me. Build the wall. Build the wall for who? You! Now look, when he came in, what did he do? Try to put your ass right back over it. Not only did that, he's holding you in detention centers. He's kicking the little boys in the nuts, you know, daily, you know, sodomizing them. The little girls, the women, you can hear them screaming polyphonically. Hard, hungry, as these people get to do whatever they want under the guise of the government. They gave them complete autonomy. ICE can do whatever they want. Is that okay? You like that? That's what these motherfuckers voted for. And nothing else. He hasn't done anything else. Hey, the Dow's up 50,000 though. I heard that. Shout out to that. You know, that's a big thing. You know, how many fucking children had to be exercised in order for that to be there? How many favors had to be calling? How many people had to be blackmailed? Hey man, this thing's coming out. You know, how many feet had to be stepped on? How many necks had to be crushed? How many ladies or trans ladies, whoever that was, had to put on a dress, go to Canada, and swipe out everybody? I think I was a Canadian though, but it's definitely American technology that MK Ultra. William, yes. William Shaw, yes. William Apprentice Shaw, yes. You understand what I'm saying to you? I feel like Denzel in hell eating the noodles. You understand what I'm saying to you? They got us a long time ago. And I bet you that goddamn COVID shot makes you a sleeper cell. The first second you took that motherfucker. How many did you have to take? Had to get the shot, then the booster, another booster, another booster. All the old people who took that shot in the hood are dead. Yep. One lady passed away. She was on her knees with her hands up, smiling, crying to God. When they found a stiff rigor mortis, like she's seen Jesus. Oh my God. That confirms it. A lot of times people pass away, those last seconds, they reveal, oh shit, and flatline. It's crazy how that is, you know. But it's different from the movies, you know. It's not just hold my hand and talk and then, no. There's always been accounts of people seeing things, you know. That's why they open the window when someone passes away. Let that spirit out, you know. It's just, and the funny thing is, they just go to another floor in the hospital. There's a baby being born. That's the well, no, that's not even the case. That's what I used to think. That's what I used to think. But now it's different because there's been faces seen in the sonograms. There's been faces seen in the sonograms. I wish I still had mine. I can look, what are they on the book? I can look at them, see if I can see a face there. But I've seen pictures, sonograms, and there's faces you see on the baby body, in the atmosphere of the womb. Like, if a woman's pregnant, there's a whole soul inside of you, apart from the vessel that's there. That's just so, it's different, man. That shit's crazy, it's inconceivable. Like, they have a shelf in their body, like, certain things that we can't do when it comes to the core. And they can have 2.5s on each side. And we could not fucking do it. And they'll do that shit like it's nothing. It's like, what the fuck? It's that extra, it's a shelf in there. I can't explain it. I can't explain it at all, you know. But it's like I'm empty here in mine, you know. There's nothing there. But it's like a whole, like the test when they have the chair, and it's like you gotta put the chair down and come up with it without bending your knees. It's not light, it's not heavy at all. But a big muscle-bound motherfucker couldn't pick it up. Lady just doing that shit. There's a couple different things. Like on the leg extension, you can lean all the way back and be horizontal with the motherfucking 45-pound weight. How? It's the goddamn shell. And y'all should be protecting that. That's the greatest thing that God ever created. Was a motherfucking lady, you know. But boy, that brain. Boy, Satan did a thing, boy. Satan did a thing. But he made that brain, you know. But that's very misogynistic to say. But hey, I'm a divorced man with a lot of sisters. And hey, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. You know, imagine all you gotta do is take care of yourself. That's all you gotta do, take care of yourself. Go to school, and that's it. Motherfuckers be like, no, I don't wanna do that. What? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Go be some motherfucking bedwench somewhere. That's your only option besides taking care of yourself, doing your things, going to school, doing what the fuck you're supposed to be doing for your own motherfucking self, your own motherfucking life, for your own motherfucking walk, so that you can have it all. By the time it's time for you to really get on your motherfucking own, you try to jump head first into the goddamn water with no snorkel. Going looking for fish. End up with guppies. No! No. Protect yourself. You're God's gift to the damn world. You're God's gift to the fucking universe. You are the universe. Protect yourself. Protect your goddamn self. Protect your children. The Roblox. They're getting your children through the fucking Roblox. Through the V-Bucks. Through the Fortnite. Get them off them shits. Please. It's not good for them. It's not good for their minds. These grown-ass adults like, call me daddy. I swear to God. I swear to God, it's the weirdest motherfuckers you ever know are up there talking to your babies, sending them shit. What the fuck? Where do you get this phone from? That's always been a thing, right? Where the fuck you get this phone from? Some 26-year-old gave it to you. You goddamn 13. Protect these fucking girls. They're impressionable. They want to be grown. And they are dumb. They don't get smart until about 33, 34. It's like, alright, I've been through some shit. Now watch me turn up on your ass. Start cooking my own fish. Saying fuck everybody else's. And then that's when it's like, I married myself in 2008. You know? Motherfuckers have 3 cars, 2 houses. They turn up on your motherfucking ass. Once they hit that switch in the motherfucking brain, you know. That's okay. 57 minutes. We almost done. But not really. Still got at least another hour, 45 minutes in this bitch. But the hardest part will be done. And it's only hard because it's time. You know? I don't like that. Can't speed up the time any way I want. It's just, you know, this is what it is. We almost finished. I got dissociated from you motherfuckers a little bit. Fuck you, Matt Damon. It's not Matt Damon. That is Matt Damon. That wasn't Matt Damon. It's the Born. I don't know that. Oh, shit. About to almost fall out. Almost, you know. God bless the boy from Hand in Hand. You know, that daddy alma mater back in the day. They in the state championship. And the boy, he passed out. I hope he's okay. I really pray. I hope that he's okay. I hate to see people hurt. I hate to see people even upset, you know. Motherfuckers deserve to be happy. He deserves to win. He worked hard. He definitely deserves to live. Please, God, help that young man still be in this motherfucker. Bring him home to his mama. Please. I hope everything's okay. I pray everything's okay. I want y'all to watch the last minute with me as it goes. Venom's on the television. I want to be built like that. Venom got a nice bill. I didn't realize that. Pause, no homo. But I do want to be built like that. It's just a lot of upper chest and a skinny ass waist with the obliques and shit. The bubbly obliques. That's what I'm trying to do to myself. That's what we're gonna do today. Legs, then obliques, and now Woody Harrelson. That motherfucker should be coming up on some kind of record. You know, he's been in a lot of things. He's done a lot of stuff. He's never not doing anything, I'll tell you that. It's between him and Merrill. And him and Merrill's fighting for the parts now. You know. Hey, man, Merle. You know what I'm talking about when I say Merle. Merle. Whatchamacallit brother on The Walking Dead. I love that show. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shit. I like to see that motherfucker go blue. You gotta slow down. If it don't go blue, it don't slow down. Ain't do a goddamn thing. Not yet, anyway. There we go. All right. We off that shit. Woo! Get our legs.